What's going on, APDL? It's Coach Sauce, the Kalamazoo Raichu. I'm bringing you Week 3 action against the Jamestown Jolteons, coached by Mr. Measly. Now, this was a game. This was a game and a half. The Jamestown Jolteons as a team, so scary. Prepping against this, it's just, looking down that roster, everything is just so offensive. Everything is just hits hard. Everything is scary. Goldango, that ability is just stupid. I was trying to theory craft things like doing Spore, Leech Seed, any of that. No, can't even do ability swap. That thing is, it's good as gold. It's so good. So threats like that, Iron Valiant, Tatsugiri, lots of good stuff. And then there's like unexpected Pokemon that he has on his roster as well. I had to prep for the Orbeetle, Zangoose, Chatot, different aspects. And you know what? This week was really fun. And going up against Measly and the Jamestown Jolteons, we have a pretty fun little rivalry going. You know, he's definitely one of the main opponents I look forward to in terms of the complexity of team building and just how intense the game is going to be. I know whenever I'm playing Peyton, it's going to be a good one. So without further ado, let's go check out what I brought against the Jolteons this week. So up first, we have Mismagius with Levitate, Assault Vest, Modest Nature. We're going that max special attack, and this thing can dish out some damage. So we have the Mystical Fire for that special attack drop, since his team's pretty offensive. Dark Pulse with the Terra type Dark in case, and Shadow Ball. So this thing's dealing like decent damage, but also want it to be able to take a hit, give a hit type of deal. Lastly, we have Dream Eater, and that's the pair with Breloom, as we're bringing Breloom this week. And so the Spore, thought it could be like a fun little tech as, you know, Psychic type, just to round things off. And yeah, I just wanted to try that. So that's Mismagius. After Mismagius, we got the Breloom. Now, Breloom here, Shroomy, Terra type Fire. We got Technician. We got Terra Blast for the Terra type Fire, and that's against the Goldango, which will just destroy it. We have Mach Punch for basically everything else in priority, Spore for some nice sleep tech, and Bullet Seed, which hits pretty consistently across his team, and with that Technician boost is gonna hurt. So max attack, max speed. That is the Breloom. After Breloom, we got Cyclizar. Bicycle.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Yeah, I don't know. This thing is basically the same moves as last week. I don't know. They just seem solid. Knockoff, Rapid Spin, Shed Tail, U-Turn. Terra type Dark this time, but max HP, max speed. Leftovers, pretty standard. I'm gonna probably have to figure out some new stuff with this guy to do, but for now, we're still trying for it. We're still trying to shed tails. So that's Cyclizar, and yeah, that's just how he's gonna stay for now. Next up, Cloyster. We got Ice Shard, Icicle Spear, Rock Blast, and Rapid Spin with Terra type Rock for that extra boost. This thing's gonna hit like a truck. We got Assault Vest this time. Wanted to switch it up away from the Shell Smash. So max HP, max special defense, and then a little bit of round out between the attack and defense. Careful Nature, Skill Link. This thing's pretty bulky, to be honest. So unless we run up against like I don't know. I just feel like this thing was pretty bulky, doing a little bit of calcs, and I thought it could really surprise people. So wanted to try out this just alternate set, run into Assault Vests, as he's, again, very offensive. So wanted to try things out there. Next up is our Earthworm Gym. We got the Earth Eater, again, standard, Citrus Berry, pretty standard. Going max HP, max defense. This is just our bulky boy. Shed Tail, Stealth Rock, Iron Head, and Earthquake with the Terra-type Ghost just to counteract some fighting moves. So that is Earthworm Gym. Last but not least, we got Toxtricity. Now, thought Toxtricity could be a cool bring this week. We got choice specs, Timid with max speed, max special attack, and we're running that Technician. So, figured that we could use Charge Beam to constantly increase our special attack while giving it that Technician boost. Sludge Wave, decent move, just needed that good coverage. Volt Switch for that good pivot potential, and then finally Snarl just for some coverage, and honestly does like decent damage with the Technician boost after choice specs as well. So giving it Terra type Electric, thought Toxtricity could just be some solid damage that we needed this week. So that's the team that we brought against the Jolteons. So without further ado, let's get into the game and let's see how we did. All right, looking at the team here, he's brought Zangoose, Indeedee, Chatot, Tatsugiri, Gholdengo, and Iron Valiant. Now, this looks so scary. His team's so offensive. So, yeah, let's just get into it and see how we do. So, I send out Toxtricity just to scout. He immediately pivots, and I do as well, thinking that he's going to be faster, so there's no Volt Switch. And that might have been a missed opportunity, but it's kind of funny at the same time because we're both sort of scouting. So, I don't know. He goes for Make It Rain, and even after Assault Vest, that's doing way too much damage. But he does get that special attack drop. So, at this point, I know I can live, so I'm just gonna fire off some attacks. That's another special attack drop, and at this point, he's sort of forced to switch. We get off the Dark Pulse here, but Tatsugiri sort of eats that up. I know I don't want to stay in against anything this gives. Surf comes out, we soak that with our Dragon typing, and now's a perfect time to get up a Shed Tail. But he comes in with the Psychic Terrain, which is interesting. So he hits me with a Hyper Voice, which I'm going to have to do some more research because, damn. A, that goes through Substitute. Unless, does she have Infiltrator? No, she has Psychic Surge. So, Hyper Voice probably goes through Substitute now. Which is like, again, that Bug Buzz, things like that, really got to keep aware of. So, now Shroomi's basically dead. But, at this point, we're still behind a sub. The Throat Spray comes up. But we hit him with a Bullet Seed, get lucky, get the 3 hits, and you're dead. In comes Chatot. I'm figuring this thing's also going to have some sort of voice activating abilities. He hits us, we get confused. Get off, even after confusion, the minus special attack drop, but the agility. So we got a speedy yet frail bird right here. We hit him with a quick Ice Shard for priority. And now we're sitting at 4 to 5, doing okay. After you see that animation going, yeah, the close combat is coming in. Now, I don't know what I was expecting. We're gonna do a quick poll here. Do you think I live this or not? Do you think I live this or not? Well, let's find out. I'm thinking I can probably hit this with, you know, maybe a good Icicle Spear. No. Nothing like that. This thing outspeeds me. This thing destroys me. But after this, I'm thinking, Jim's the only thing that can actually withstand a hit. He gets a nice knockoff on me after he switches to Zangoose. Iron Heads are coming out, and I know this thing can't really touch me, but it's doing its best to do damage. And even after resistance from Steel, The Facade, going through my defense, like I'm max defense, that did like a good chunk. So Zangoose, very powerful. In comes Iron Valiant, and now I'm at a percentage where it's a little sketchy. I got rocks out, but I don't know. I don't know if that was the play. Close combat comes, I'm dead. It's like, what am I gonna do here? I'm struggling. Like, this is a point where it's 3-3, but if we look at who we have left, we have a Toxtricity, which like it's okay, but it's not doing. It's just not fast. It's so average compared to Iron Valiant and Goldango and Tatsugiri. Yet we have like a 14% health Breloom. We have a Cyclizar now at half health, who's just straight utility, and then Toxtricity. So I'm trying to play to my outs here because Peyton's put himself in a sweet position. I go for a U-turn just to get some regenerator up. I feel like I have to sack off Trumi. I'm not sure if I could have maybe gone for like a Mach Punch, but because of the fairy and fighting, it's like quad resist. I'm not sure how much damage that's gonna do. So I figured I'm just gonna go full health into Toxtricity. He gets a nice knockoff, knocks off my choice specs. So now I at least have some room to play with, because now I'm thinking I'm very fast. We got the Volt Switch, we got the priority turn. Now's my turn to hopefully shed tail and start going. So I go into Toxtricity. The Dragon Pulse comes out, the substitute fades, and now because of the steel type terrestrialization, it's like so good defensively, because now like what would have maybe killed him, it's not going to now. The Volt Switch, not very effective. Dragon Pulse comes out and like there's nothing I can do. So I go for a Snarl, trying to get that special attack drop, and wins the battle. So that's it. That was GG's to you, Measly. That was well fought. Honestly, very hard team to play against. Very hard team to play against. GG's again. That was crazy. That was a really good game. Very close. You know, I'm still. This is week 3 now. I don't feel like I've been in this position before. It's like we had the bye week in week 2. Again, GG's, like you played crazy good. Anyone that's going to be going up against Peyton and the Jamestown Jolteons, you need to watch out. He's also made some moves. It's crazy. His team is very offensive, and the coach behind that team, the brain, very, very, very scary team. So I wish luck to whoever gets to face him going forward, because it's going to be a tough one. He's looking for vengeance. He is looking for that first APDL title, and I can see it. Now, ourselves, we've done some moves. We've done some trade moves after this. You know, we've here, I'll show it to you on screen here. This is basically the layout. We have ourselves talking to Catfox, talking to the Gallivanting Gallade, saying, hey, I kind of want your Hitmontop, and you know, maybe throwing a Kilowattrel. And he was being a little greedy, needed that free agent, but you know what, we said fine, you know, we're just gonna do this, we're gonna go all out. So we swap a free agent plus Breloom and Carbink, and we get in return the Hitmontop and Kilowattrel. Moving on to free agents as well, we drop not only Cloyster, Slurpuff, and Mismagius, but we now pick up Screamtail, Chestnut, and Sharpedo. Now, I think these are going to be super good trades. Chestnut, tanky, also keeps that grass fighting dream alive. It's like discount Breloom, yet tankier, yet behind substitute. We now have like bulletproof, which is like an even greater line of defense. We have such an expansive move pool. Like, I don't know, Chestnut seems like a sleeper pick. I was looking over him and I was like, let's do this. Like, you look like a really good Pokemon. Sharpedo, we needed some dark type, plus again the speed boost. and some shenanigans we can pull there, I'm very excited to try out Sharpedo, as I felt like we needed more offense a little bit. And just to round things off, I'm very happy with Screamtail. Like, it just seems like one of those underrated Pokemon that just like nobody really picked up on, and I'm very excited to try out some things with Screamtail because it has like deceptively good stats, I find. So I don't know, I'm very happy with all the trades we've done. We just basically swapped out 5 members of our team. We just did a complete reshuffle. So yeah, week 3, I'm just rambling at this point, but yeah, we're now heading into week 4, and we're 0-2 because of the bye week. So it's coming down to the wire. I don't know. Like, we'll try and make playoffs here, but dang, season 9, it's spicy. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the team changes, what you think about our team so far, any type of tips, whatever you think, just leave it down below in the comments. And thanks for watching as always. So I'll see you all at the next Pokemon game, but until then, keep it saucy and go Raichu!